And also we have Mr. Mandell Frazier. Mandell, welcome.
Thank you.
Now tell the audience exactly what makes you so great, fantastic, and fabulous.
Well, I am an actor, model, and certified personal trainer. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. And I have been living in L.A. for approximately 1.2 months.
Wow.
1.2 months.
Years.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, welcome to L.A. We're going into a restaurant. Does anyone know the proper order for going into a restaurant? Gentlemen, let me ask you guys. When you're dining out with your lady, how do you enter the restaurant?
I usually let the woman lead.
Okay. That's good etiquette. Good for you.
So I guess putting gum under the table wouldn't suffice.
That was a real question?
Really, Mandell? So tell us about your experience putting gum under the table.
Well, I was in a situation where I was in the company of very dignified individuals, and I had gum in my mouth. I did not want to put gum on the napkin, on the plate, or on the sugar packet. So I just discreetly just kind of slid it under the table. It was very,
ignorant.
Right.
And wrong.
Wrong as two left shoes. Oh, my God.
What you doing? They didn't have no bathroom in that restaurant?
Well, let's just say that it was at a very inconvenient time.
Couldn't you just dropped it on the floor and nobody would have known? I mean, seriously, really?
Eventually it did fall, I think.
What?
Oh, gosh.
But I am going to tell you something else.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Mellena,
Yes.
I have to be honest.
Oh, here we go.
I have a bad habit of when I go to a restaurant, I normally get the napkin and wipe my silverware.
Millena.
As a matter of fact, I went to a I think it was a 4 or 5 star restaurant, and I was with my date, and I was just gently wiping the silverware with the napkin, and the maitre d' came over and said, "Excuse me, sir, is everything okay?" I was like, "I'm fine. Everything's just fine." However, I did have a friend of mine who told me that it's better to ask for a hot cup of water, and then you will put your silverware in that cup. That way it sterilizes the silverware.
Actually, what you do is just ask for your silverware. It's not your job to wash the dishes.
You do a hot cup of water.
They have people for that. They're called dishwashers.
Right.
They get paid for that.
You do the hot cup of water at IHOP.
Right. No. Did the hot cup of water in college. What'd you say? Where?
Waffle House.
At the Waffle House. Right.
But I have used a cold cup of water to wash my hands at the table.
Oh.
No.
And I know that's wrong.
No. Oh,
But if they get dirty,
You go to the bathroom and you wash them, John.
Wet wipes.
That's
you know how
bad.
dirty the bathroom is?
No.
Mellena,
Okay.
John is on baller status. You can't mess with that.
Right. Okay. Oh, okay. This is what we're gonna do to talk about that. Okay. First, Mandell.
Yes.
You ask for new silverware. That's all you do. If it's dirty, has a spot on it, just ask for new silverware.
I think it's just out of habit that he
Yes,
does
it's
it.
out of habit.
That's what the problem was. Not that it was even dirty.
No, it wasn't dirty.
Okay,
it was
well-
just out of habit.
He
Okay,
was
well, I'm
just-
gonna need you to go to better restaurants.
He's just used to TGI Fridays. You know what I'm
That's what I'm gonna
saying?
need you to do
Better restaurants.
with clean silverware.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm gonna need you to do. Just don't do that. No.
Just do it discreetly underneath the
No.
table. Oh, okay, never mind.
Like my hand.
The gum.
Next to the gum on the table.
Right. You know what? First gum, now silverware. No more restaurants for you. You're Mandell Frazier banned from restaurants in LA.
That's
Man.
interesting because I usually lay the napkin over the plate like a dead body.
No, you don't do that. That's inappropriate. That's inappropriate and unacceptable, and that's rude. Please don't do that to the
He
napkin.
said he don't want nobody touching his food.
Right.
There's usually nothing there to touch.
Oh, boy. There you go.
Guilty.
I am so shocked.
I know. Who knew? Now tell us why it is that you do. Why do you feel it necessary to insult the person who has taken the time? I'm not finished. Who has taken the time to cook the food
And wash the
hours,
dishes.
and wash all of that, and then You don't even taste it first. You just assume that it's not good enough for you and your palate. Did you have to put salt on it?
Well, you have to understand that I am from the Midwest, Detroit, Michigan, and my mother and my grandmother and my great-grandmother, they have spoiled me when it comes to seasoning food. So quite naturally, me moving to the West Coast, they're not as, how can I say, the food is not as seasoned.
Bland.
Call a spade a spade.
Let's be real.
I'm trying to be politically correct here.
Bland is not a bad word, is it?
Right? No, it's not.
There's about 15 words that flew through my head that I didn't say today.
Exactly.
Bland is the
It's
cleanest.
bland to the fifth power.
Okay.
And so I have a tendency to usually pour, salt or pepper.
Pour.
On my, pour.
Pour.
Not shake.
Not sprinkle, not shake, pour.
It's a pour.
Pour.
Wow.
Now, you made a face by taking out the tax. What's going on?
Well, first of all, I keep it simple. I do 150 times 0.15. That's 22.50, and I round it off to $23. Keep it simple. Everybody goes home. Everybody's happy.
And see, I would have rounded up. I would have kept it at 150 and then done 10% of that is 15 times 2. That's 180. So it would be 45 a person. Except I picked up the check.
So we got
My man John.
Exactly. Hey, John. Well, so that was closer. I don't know, Mandell. I don't know what kind of math you did, but that's like $20.
He only do 15%. Though.
Okay, and see,
That's the problem.
See, that's the problem.
And that's a good problem because I used to be a waiter when I was 16 years old.
Tell us about it.
My mother's friend, she owned a restaurant, and my first job was a waiter. And I'm telling you right now, this is why I overtip when it comes to waiters because it's very. Let's just say that my first job, I was so nervous. I forgot to bring up the bread, the salad, the water. Needless to say, they didn't tip me.
Did you remember the meal?
right.
Vaguely.
My goodness.
See, we would have reminded you.
Okay.
All right.
There's some issues.
However, they were very nice because they knew that I was courteous, I was professional. I was just nervous, and so I learned my lesson that you have to be attentive, you have to be, you have to listen. At the same time, you have to be punctual in terms of giving out the correct, meals. Bottom line is, I learned from a very early age that you have to. To me, it's a mandate. You need to be considerate when it comes to tipping because it's hard. You have to treat everybody like it's your first customer. That's what I learned, and that's why when I go out. Matter of fact, on Oprah Winfrey, am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's a 1-hour show. It's almost time.
Right. Thanks, Nat.
Well, she said that if you have a bad waiter, you should tip I think 5 cents or 1 penny, because if you don't tip, they would just think that you forgot. However, if you was to tip 5 cents, they know that, hey, you did not forget that they had a bad attitude, they had bad service. So therefore, always tip, if it's a bad waiter, always tip like 25 cents, 1 penny, things of that nature.
But I can guarantee
No,
Oprah
wrong.
never did that because her name would be in every tabloid.
Right.
But I will tell you what she will do. She will call up and cuss you out on the telephone.
How about that?
Okay.
How about that?
When they gave her the wrong donuts.
On that, when they gave what? I missed it. I missed it.
Wrong donuts.
Wrong donut.
Yes, Oprah.
Oh, boy.
She won a cream field.
On that note that it is customary,
Jelly.
and even love Mandell for his story, appreciate that, but you always leave at minimum 15%, primary 20%, even if it's bad service. Know that karma, what goes around comes around. They will feel the wrath of it at some point.
25
in some
cents,
other
that's
way.
karma.